Guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Hines. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Allen Bailey. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This will be fielded at the 17. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
We got to step it up. 51, stop. 56.
They toss to Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Ryan. It's complete. Javon Wims, the open man. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. This is taken at about the 14. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now it's Wilson. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Bang up. Alert. No. Jim. Wait. Switch.
They run with Hines. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. In on the stop, DeMonte Casey. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Shift. Check 37. Check 37.
On 1st down, it's Hines. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend, sure that he's right.
Here's Hines. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
40. Check it back, check it back. Check 18.
They'll try to run this one in. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
We're ready. 56. All right. Here we go. Let's go. Check. Get there. Keep on.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, Ryan looking deep for Julio. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he fields it cleanly. 12 yards on the return that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super
tall. All goes special. Big air.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. Oh, look at the juke. That one 28 yards on the ground. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
14. Find it. Let's go, defense.
Wilson. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. It's been a long day for you.
From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11th. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Hines. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
That's what I do. Hey, 0-0-0. 45. Mike. Watch the run. 45, Mike.
From the gun, Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
General West.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
I'm here all day.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Ryan. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. And it's complete. Hooper. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards, first down Atlanta. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
22. Mike, 56. Hey, Mike, 7.
Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Guys. Move.
Now Ryan. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone. For a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Freeman again. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Right there, 56. Here we go.
On third down, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On third down, it's Hines. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. And that means 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
There you go. Check out,
To throw again, Ryan. His throw incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down.
You can't block me. Go. Switch. Check. Joker. Alert 3.
They run again with Hines. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion.
Check 45, come on. Silver. Let's go double count right here, double count.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, this will be caught just inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Throwing is Wilson. Eluding the pressure, and he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Alan Bailey able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Check. Lucky. Let's go double count right here, double count.
To throw is Wilson. Flush to his right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and is on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, wait. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Check safety.
Well.
Check.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Watch 84. He's going.
Here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 79 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think...
And got his man complete. 20, 10, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 74 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. From the gun, it's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Check. Watch twitch.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. 7 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. And Dixon has it. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Come on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Check, reload. It's a safety crease.
On first down, Hines. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Soft through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Check 53. Man, 25.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you said, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. This time, the extra point up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Push him back. Shit. Hey, Strickland.
On first down, Ryan. Got a man open. It's Wims. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
56. Hey, express.
To throw is Ryan. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Ryan to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, standing just about on his own goal line. That's taken on the 25. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
14. What we got? Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Oh, Wilson gonna throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Check 53. 12. Mike 53. Mike. Stop your whining. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Here I come.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson escaping the pressure. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson, eluding the pressure right. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. From 6 yards away. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here. Just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Tuesday.
From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Flush to his right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down. One last shot for Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short.